Welcome to episode 14, episode 2 on the new channel.
Hell yeah.
The
We made
Underdogs
it.
podcast.
Guys, it's actually coming out the week after the first one.
And
How
then
crazy
this
is that?
podcast is hopefully coming out the day after it's recorded. So
Yeah.
it's not super outdated.
Exactly.
Genius.
It's
Now we
not
get
going to be
the-
an editing hell, so you're welcome.
So now you're going to figure out what we had for breakfast today, only like 2 days later.
Whoa.
How good's that? Keep it up to date, keep it relevant.
The up-to-date news, that's what we talk about. Not Will Smith or anything, just eating cereal.
What?
What happened with Will Smith?
Nice little shoehorn to show that we're relevant. Just put Will Smith in there.
It's irrelevant.
It
I
is
know the
very-
news.
It's the most relevant thing. How many views does that video have now? Does anyone know?
I mean, there's like
It got-
50 million on each Twitter post, so like it's so spread
crazy.
Did you know that got more views in a day than Mr. Beast's Squid Game? It was a new YouTube record.
What?
That
It's like
sounds
a
right.
minute long though. Come on.
I believe it, yeah.
And
I
everyone's interested because it kind of everyone knows who Will Smith is, right?
believe it. Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, is that what we want to talk about?
I don't know.
I mean, I put a reference in my Sonic video to
Did
be
you?
relevant.
I saw that, yeah.
That's like purely just to scam the relevance. But I feel like everyone's talked about that.
You left an
About-
F-bomb in your video there with that reference, you know? Is it worth the demonetization to be relevant?
You know, you don't get
You
demonetized.
can leave one in, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
It's funny how Sonic's a movie made for kids, and then I'm just like, they're doing my commentary on it and being like, nah, keep your wife's name. Keep my wife's name.
I think it's just purely iconic. I feel like it has been talked about a lot, so we shouldn't really dwell on it. But I just think the way he yelled that out is pure icon material.
Oh, it's such a meme. It's like the perfect meme. I thought it was fake though at first,
I thought it was
honestly.
fake now until like 2 minutes ago.
Still do? Oh.
Peter told me that he resigned from the academy, so it seems like a lot for a bit. So
When the joke's gone too far.
yeah,
It's like
so
if
I
one of
think
us
it's real.
left the underdogs for the bit.
We
Never came
literally
back.
did that.
Yeah,
We
but
said
no-
we killed Jackson.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that was big when
actually
he
leave.
He
Yeah,
did
actually
leave.
did that.
Yeah, he's gone.
Rest in peace.
But there's actually a new perspective that's come out showing Jada's reaction to it. And when Will Smith slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, she has a good laugh. She has a good chuckle.
That's the kind
So
of
it's a
jokes
bit-
she likes.
Yeah, she didn't like that first one.
Jokes that aren't about me. Now that shit's good. I like that.
God.
It's not even a joke. It's slapping him in the face.
It's like the whole,
now
like-
that's comedy. Forget your joke, Chris Rock.
the whole sticks and stones thing. It's just like, but Will Smith slapping you in the face will hurt you.
Jesus Christ.
That was insane.
What else has gone on in the last few weeks? It's been Maddie's birthday.
Ooh.
It's my girlfriend. You guys know. We went to a 6-course fancy
Could you see the food?
lunch. What do you mean?
You went on the blind dinner.
Just a bit of a
remember?
callback to the
Oh
blind.
yeah, I have
What do
done
you
my not a blind dinner this time. No, we could see, and it was good. It was really like fancy. I remember there was one part that made me just think like this is fancy food. We had to go with a bit of salmon, or a bit of fish. We had a squid ink dyed potato crisp with gold dust, and it tasted like a Smith's original chip. There was no extra taste, but it had squid ink, which is fucking expensive, and gold dust. And then I was like, this original
original.
salted chip is pretty good.
Wow, that is baller. Have you seen apparently the like gold leaf in like, you know, like you can get vodka with gold leaf or you can get whatever. Someone got all the gold out of one of those and weighed it and like distilled all these chemical processes. Found out the gold in it was worth like, you know, like a couple cents or something. Like there's like
Oh,
a
no.
tiny amount because it's so thin.
That does make sense.
Otherwise, yeah.
It would have to. Imagine if it was more expensive than the bottle. That's
Thing
a
is-
terrible business model.
It actually has no flavor and you just pass it. You don't digest it. It has zero flavor.
just to
It's
be a bit
just a
swaggy.
flex. It's
So rich people literally shit gold.
yes. It
Wow.
actually does nothing.
It's like some Gucci thongs or something.
I'm gonna have to put Maddie on blast here.
All right.
How many?
Go
for it.
defend her before we
Part
start.
two.
No, he's got to hear my bit
I
first.
gotta hear it.
Okay.
How many birthday celebrations has she had?
Oh, it's got to be like 5 or so.
That's 4 too many.
She had a birthday party. Then that was like 3 weeks early. Then we had a birthday potluck on her actual birthday.
Oh
my God.
I don't think it was. I don't think it
He
was.
jumped up onto the top and fell off with the painting. Cooper.
The cat
Oh.
I think they might have been able to see
I
that.
don't think they could have.
Anyway, yeah, Cooper tried to jump up on top of the liquor cabinet and there was a painting there. And I think Cooper slipped on the painting and fell off.
Guys, I'm talking about our fucking audio listeners. Cooper is a cat. For anyone that doesn't know,
Oh, yeah, fair.
The
fair.
famous
mate,
cat.
let's come over.
Famous cat from Every Time I Lose, I Adopt a Cat.
tried to make a big jump up, did not make it, and
Mission failed.
knocked one of Maddie's paintings onto
Cooper
the
hates
floor.
when you talk shit about Maddie. He freaking lost it, tearing the place up.
What were
We're up to
talking about?
You said the
Oh, yeah.
potluck.
Maddie had a birthday potluck. Potluck is like everyone brings their own dish. Jordan brought pasta cup.
No, you didn't.
Which is
He
takeaway.
did.
Oh,
It's
Jordan.
delicious. Everyone
Look,
was.
okay, I'm not going to lie, that pasta cup hit the spot.
People were saying it was good.
Did you try and pretend you made it?
No.
Maddie's not a fan of pasta cup too, except when you brought it, then she was like, okay, this is actually good. But like when you guys rocked up with that, I was like, I'm going to hear about this one.
No, that was good.
Who goes against pasta cup?
What am I going to do? Cook?
Potluck.
That's the point. I
That
think,
might have been the most gamer thing you've ever said.
Dude, so much effort. I'm not a fan, no offense, of like effort in birthdays. I like.
No, I agree.
You like when you got to rock up and then like, well, cook, I guess.
Do you think like dress up as well?
Yeah, I'm just very lazy, I think. I do, when you're there, I appreciate it. But
You appreciate other people's food, but I got my pasta cup.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just so lazy. I would always just like, oh, it's your birthday. I'll just rock up with like $20 note and give it to my mate or
So
something.
thoughtless.
They can get anything they want.
All right, so we had the potluck, and then we had me and Maddie went to lunch. Then we did a dinner with my family and a dinner with her family.
So it was actually 5.
That's 5 off the top of my head.
That's
Wait, your
insane.
family, her family, and the dinner now as well.
No, this was her family one.
and just
Oh,
us.
Okay.
Wow, that is a lot of family events. I do one and I'm like, that is enough.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
Oh, I'm all about the birthdays recently, actually. Last year, I had like 4 celebrations myself, kind of a
Oh,
similar
wow.
thing. And it's great. Bit self-absorbed, maybe, but
Like, I really just don't like being the center of attention that much in these situations. In videos, fucking love it.
Different.
for me, it's not like being the center of
I
attention.
don't like being the center of attention. Anyways, welcome to the stream, everybody. Today, I'm going to be playing.
By the way, I should start a podcast with my fellas. People would love to listen to that one. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
It's different
I
with
get you.
content.
I get you.
It's more like excuses to catch up with people, though, too. Like, I use it as an excuse to like go away on like holidays and that, and then like
That's
people
chill.
come away, you
good.
have a fun time. It's good.
That's a good reason.
But yeah, I'm still 5 is 4 too many. I'm sticking with my guns.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah, I've got my birthday coming up, but I probably won't even be here. I'll be in Melbourne for a Smash Bros tournament, and then Holly's
Going
like,
to
oh no,
BAM, right?
Yeah, BAM, which is Australia's biggest Smash tournament. It's finally back after what 3 years or something,
I think it has been that long.
which is crazy because Australia's been locked down. But yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, Holly was a bit sad. She's like, you won't be here on your birthday, and I'm like, yeah, true, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, can we just celebrate it the day before? Like,
I think Sophie cares way more about my birthday than I do.
That's 100%
She was
what
like,
happens to
what
me.
are we going to do for your birthday? I'm like, I don't know. We can have a party, I guess. And she's like, what do you want to do during the day? I'm like, I don't know, hang out.
yeah, Holly's like, where are we going for dinner? I was like, well, where do you want to go?
Pasta cup.
Holly gets 2 birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan, you're a special creature. I love it.
Jordan, if you were getting a birthday gift, would you rather just get money? Like,
Oh, I still ask my parents for like, they're like, what do you want to get? I'm like, money, please.
but do you ever get like thoughtful? Because like with your parents, it's hard for them to know what you want because you're kind of different generations. And like a lot of time
Yeah.
with parents and more relatives, you want to go with that money route. That makes sense. But from like a friend, have you not got a gift before? You're like, wow, that's awesome. Like I appreciate the thought.
What does Holly get you, for example?
I'm trying to think what she got me
Does
last.
she
Oh, this
cash?
is bad.
Yeah, I was
can't-
gonna say, don't ask that
Oh, no,
question.
I can't remember.
Hey, Holly, how's it going? We know you
Um,
listen.
Bit of
did
sloppy
she
toppy.
get?
I wouldn't be able to recall. I'm going to get you out of jail. I would have no
I
idea
can't
what
remember
I got.
what she got last time, actually. She got me a chair once. That was
Yeah, I can
pretty
think of
cool.
it once. That's what I can always do. But
Yeah.
not which one was the last one.
But no, I think I'm not really into stuff is my issue. I did that, what's it called? The love languages?
Yep.
I got a 0% on gifts.
Damn.
Like legit 0. So
No gift
yeah,
giving.
I'm
love
not really
language.
into it.
And
I
that is
guess.
giving and receiving gifts is the love language.
Yeah,
Just-
which-
it's not just giving; it's also like how much you appreciate getting them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so if you got a thoughtful gift, you're like, eh.
Yeah, because I could have just got it. couldn't
What would
have
you
I?
rather, like a hug from a friend?
Yeah.
Really? Than a
Well,
thoughtful
I guess,
gift?
or like, like just being like hanging out or something.
He just wants that cash.
yeah, I just want money.
You want cash. So if your friend bought you $500 cash is better than
hell yeah!
a
What the
thoughtful
hell?
gift.
$500.
What about a thoughtful gift worth $1,000 or
Well, that's
$500
worth
cash?
more if I could sell it as well.
Not
That's
sell
fine.
it, Jordan.
I'm gonna get you the most thoughtful gift of your life this year.
Yeah, we need to prove him wrong this year.
Everyone get
But what
Jordan
are
a
you
really
gonna think
thoughtful
of?
gift. This,
Wow.
he might have orchestrated this.
This is what I was about to say. He's really played into our
Like,
hands.
what
we'll
could
show
you
him.
put-
We'll all get him a thoughtful
I don't
gift
think you
worth a
guys
lot of
could
money.
have got anything.
Yeah, he's like, by the
I
way,
dare you to get something that
my
good.
birthday is coming up.
Well, it is actually.
I've never got a good birthday present before.
It's a classic.
We're on to you,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, I guess that's it, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, I kind of like getting rid of stuff more than getting stuff, honestly.
Hey, Jordan, for your birthday, I threw away your computer.
I love giving away something that I don't care about anymore to someone that does care
That's
about
like,
it.
I'm going to give Sophie my
The Pokemon cards is a great example. And I gave the plushes as well, the amiibos.
Amiibos.
I love
yeah,
just seeing
that.
something go to a place where it's going to get used if I'm not
Exactly.
using it.
Yeah.
We had a good time going through those Pokemon cards. So, like, we did enjoy that.
Oh,
Now
it's
we
so
have
good
them.
to hear. That's
It's fun
what I
to
want to
sort
hear.
them and check prices online and stuff. We had a good time sorting. It took
Anything-
like 2 hours.
Anything
though.
worth money? How much cash do you owe me, by the way?
Nothing.
It's also
Fool.
things are better when they're new and then you kind of get sick of them.
Yeah.
So if you constantly just had something that was re-gifted, people are constantly happy from it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, like, does it bring joy thing?
Yeah.
That's kind of Poppets all over that one.
Well, but yeah, my Pokemon cards have sat in that drawer for God, I don't know how long. I haven't got them out forever. So it's good to see them go somewhere.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
going to be used.
True.
What about you?
Big money loss.
Do you like getting rid of stuff, Zach?
I do. I've given away a few of my old like keyboards and mice and stuff on Facebook Marketplace. That's
nice.
mostly
Ooh.
laziness, like because selling stuff is like hard, and then like I'll feel pretty good if someone gets it for free.
Yeah.
and then they'll rock up at my door within 10 minutes. If I put it on like
so
Marketplace and I'm
cool.
like free, then someone's like at my door like, cheers, mate. Someone got my old keyboard keycaps. Because I spilt a Coke on my keyboard, so all the electronics were fried. And then I was like, "Oh, the keycaps probably still work." Chucked them in the sink, washed them like you wash the dishes, which is actually how you do it, guys. If anyone needs to clean their keycaps, you can take them off
Is that
and
something
wash
they
them.
recommend doing?
Yeah, like I've done it before.
Okay.
So I did it to these ones, put them in a bag, and was like, "Hey, someone want these?" And someone turned up so fast.
Wow.
And they like
probably
build
make
keyboards, and they would
yeah.
love that.
Some
That's
people
cool.
are fiends for free stuff on online stuff. Like
100%.
they will take anything if they think it has like $5 value. They'll drive for an hour and back to like lug this thing that's worth $10 around. And I'm
Holly
like,
and I got, we got like it holds like pods, like one of those.
Coffee pods.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a stand for them. We got that for free.
do you have a
Well,
coffee
that's good.
machine?
Yes. We
Oh,
do.
that's okay.
Imagine.
We were talking about useless stuff.
Oh, I see.
No, you know what I think it's from? Have you guys seen Gary Vee?
No.
Oh, he's like a pretty popular like business guy. And he's just started making a lot of TikToks and YouTube shorts since it's like now a thing. And he does a lot of like garage sale hunting and like finding expensive stuff and then reselling it for a profit. But then he's like super rich, obviously not just from the garage sale thing.
He would have made more money off the videos like, oh, look, I got $10, but then the video also makes like
Yeah.
$1,000.
No, but that's apparently how he got his start. And that's how he tells everyone to get
That's
their
cool.
start. Just going to garage sales and that. And then I was like, I've probably like given away a lot more than I've made off like those things. So it makes sense that
Yeah.
it's like the money transfers that way. Actually, I did recently spend $300 on some amiibos though.
God damn. What for?
I bought 15 amiibos for an upcoming video where when I lose, I train the amiibo of who I lost to. And I was like, I have like
a good
30.
price.
And I was like,
Yeah, $20.
I still need more. So I got another 15.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were all, he had written on them, some are worth 50, some are worth like 35. And I was like, I'll do them at, I think it was like 20 each.
Yeah.
Just kind of like store-bought price. They were all in boxes. So it was pretty good.
Where'd you get them off? eBay or something? Or
Just to go on Facebook Marketplace.
oh, that's so good.
I love Facebook Marketplace.
It's the best.
You find just
It's
random
the
stuff
best.
there
Have,
you need.
have you guys ever given something away or chucked something out and then later regretted it? Because I had that big time with my Guitar Hero controller.
Oh,
because like I had
Because you
one.
gave it to me.
Yeah, I had one and I gave it to Zach. No, it was more like I gave it to you to see if you wanted to use it in your like playing Smash with the guitar video. And then I think you found that Wii one didn't work. So then you got an Xbox one and then use that one. And then at the end of this, you're like, do you want yours back? And I was like, nah. And then you chucked both of them because like we were like moving or something. And now I'm looking at and they've become like useful limited collector's items.
Oh,
And
classic.
especially like the Wii one might have been in bad-ish condition, but it worked. And the Xbox ones are even more expensive than that. And now I've been looking for it and I just can't find one anywhere. And it
So
was like
sad.
within my grasp 2 years
Oh,
ago.
that sucks.
And I'm like, for
Yeah,
fuck's
whoops.
sake. And I'm going to feel like such a moron if I actually end up buying one.
And they're worth like $5,000 or something.
I mean, not like that. Like $100 to $200, depending on how good the
Damn.
condition is and which ones they are.
That's
but
hectic.
they're not cheap, and it's just a pain.
I can't say it's ever happened to
I
me.
haven't regretted anything.
No. I feel like if you regret something, I was going to say some poignant statement, but I don't have one prepared. So
I regret buying things way more than selling
yeah,
them.
exactly. I'm like, why
And then
did
I
I
sell
spend
them
that
on
much?
Marketplace, which is from the regret.
What things have you regretted buying? Like with like,
A camera lens that didn't work on my camera.
Yeah, that's a
I
bad
spent
one.
Makes sense.
$1,500 on that. That one I did return to Amazon though.
I was gonna say.
I did get my money back. I had to pay like 50 shipping, but I got my money back for that. But like other things in a similar way, like I'm kind of quick to like impulse buy sometimes, and then I'll be like, oh, this isn't what I wanted.
Wait,
and then
this
I'm
doesn't
like,
work.
yeah.
I've barely used the drone I got. That was probably one of those
you
ones
got
for
a
me. I got a
drone.
Mate,
drone.
I'll have it. 2 drones.
Well, yeah, I was like, when you were like, oh, I'm going to buy a drone. I'm like, oh, do you want to use mine? You're like, no, I'll get my own. I'm like, please. Give mine some usage.
No, I wanted a better one.
What
Sorry,
did you
mate.
think? Well,
It was when
you
I was
got
like
it.
more into my like flipping stuff and cliff
yeah.
jumping, and I
Yeah.
thought those would make some sick shots, but I never really ended. I kind of like stopped doing those a bit, and then I was like, nah, you know.
They're good for the sports videos we do on Underdogs though.
And then you bought one.
I feel like we should talk about that though. The Underdogs,
Underdogs
channel has
channel.
launched, everyone.
Oh yeah, the split up.
I mean, if you're
you're-
watching this on the podcast channel, surely you know
probably
that,
know
right?
about it, I guess.
Yeah, but we can still talk about it.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
what are our like future plans for it?
True.
Yeah.
Because like we kind of just posted 4 videos and had a new name, and everyone's like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah,
You-
obviously we split it because we thought it was kind of better moving forward. Like, if someone finds the channel and they're like, oh, this real life video where they went to the gym was pretty funny, let's subscribe. And then it's like, Smash Bros. Double, Smash Bros. Double, Smash Bros. Double. It's like,
Smash
what?
Bros. Would you rather watch Shallow Hell or
Yeah.
drive a truck? Oh, winner gets a lemon.
It's just, we thought the channel was very confusing, right? And this makes way more sense.
I think
Makes it sound so confusing.
But imagine,
Say that sentence to anyone that's not an Underdogs fan. They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that. I was like, man, I can't believe someone told me on stream they were watching with their like young child. And I was like, I hope they don't go to school and say like, Custy Gannon destroys online gremlin for a lemon or something to their teacher or some shit. And the teacher's just like, I'm calling your parents. Like, what the fuck are you letting this child do?
There's some people that don't understand the splitting up of the channels though, and I guess we can kind of explain that here because people are like, oh, I personally don't like it when YouTube split it up because then like those are the people that are gonna watch all 3 channels and they're kind of annoyed that it's not all in
Yeah.
one spot. That's a fair concern.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, I've seen that
Oh.
before. If people keep asking you to subscribe to their new channels, you're like, God.
Just subscribe if you like it.
I mean, you can say that, but it is like, you do feel like you're doing someone a favor when you sub to
Yeah,
them.
sure.
Even though you're not really, you're just helping yourself find good videos.
Yeah.
But it does feel like you're doing them a favor.
But then like you got to think of people that like we were saying, they don't play Smash and they've come and they enjoy our gym videos. And that's where we want to take the channel in future, and like the Underdogs in general, I guess, is like more of the real life videos.
I just think the thing is, it having such strong ties to Smash limits your growth.
Yeah.
Because it means that only Smash Bros fans were going to subscribe to that channel.
Yeah.
And the new channel has less subscribers right now, but it has a larger pool of people that would subscribe. I think is the reason that I think it's
Yeah,
a good
exactly.
idea.
Think like Sidemen and Click and all
Other
these
channels
channels
we've tried
where
to
a bunch
copy.
bunch of gamers come together and make like real life videos because I think we have some pretty good chemistry.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a no-brainer to split it up. It's like you can watch now what you want to watch. It's all in one place. If you don't want to watch the real life stuff, you don't have to now. Well, not that you had to before, but it's not going to come up in your feed.
Yeah,
And if
exactly.
you like the real life stuff, subscribe and check it out.
And if you're not subscribed to the podcast channel and you're listening to this, what are you doing? You're going to miss out on new episodes every Friday.
Yeah, we really want to
Hit
take
that
it
link in the
seriously.
description.
We want to get this podcast going.
Yeah, we are taking
We are,
Underdogs
yeah,
more
yeah.
seriously. Like we We have been good recently with like, we had a like, set recording day and everything, but now it's actually getting the uploads out in time, which is where we kind of were like, I wouldn't say slacking because we still do a lot of videos on the Underdogs channel, but it was inconsistent.
Yeah, I think that's going to help a lot for the podcast, especially being like relevant and something. Because we had a bit of an issue at the start where we were always talking about our past, and because like we weren't talking about relevant topics. But
Every episode was 3 months apart, so we'd have a 3-month update.
exactly, yeah.
Quick, what's happened in the last week, guys? The Sonic movie came out. That's all I know.
Will Smith.
Although, yeah, it's what Zach was saying with people not liking the change. I do understand, but some of the comments just got the reasoning so wrong. And like, I'm a bit of a fiend for reading comments. Like, I read most of the comments on Underdogs videos and my videos.
I read the one you're about to say.
Yeah, and there was this person being like, oh, so annoying. Think I'm going to unsub now. Like, this just seems like a money grab. I subbed to Little Z, then I subbed to a spin-off. Now I'm subbing to a spin-off of a spin-off. Maybe I'll just unsub to Little Z now. Like,
Oh, what shit? Cancel the channel.
This
I think it's
logic-
about time, mate.
this
Get
logic
rid of
is
him.
so bizarre, but it's like someone thinking it's a money grab is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because these videos are all getting less views than the other videos and the channels aren't even monetized. Like, we're
made
making
no
no
money.
money off these. We're using the money that we've made previously to support these ones.
Uploaded 4 videos on the Underdogs, just straight up
Yeah,
unmonetized.
and we had budgets for like the props and all those things, editing costs, our time, which is pretty valuable.
Yeah, that's the most valuable thing.
Probably the biggest cost of all. But yeah,
Hour at the gym cost me $2,000 in physical trauma.
literally did. Zach's recovery time. My back hurts so much after
Did
that.
it?
My lord.
Me too.
Easy to say, Mr. 60 kilo deadlift. You're like,
but
oh,
I've got a
really?
good back.
That was such a funny moment in that video when you're like, here's what the average person can lift. And you're like, I'm weaker than the average person.
I definitely did not commit. No, because Peter said like do it with your back like
I don't want you to hurt
thing,
yourself.
and then I was like, I can't do it. I guess I stopped. I didn't push.
So I think we're going to come back and do a part 2 on the gym video. In fact, this is probably a good chance for us to ask you guys what you want to see on the main Underdogs channel, or even topics you want to see on the podcast. I would say the podcasts are where we read comments the most, because we know you guys are really engaging with the content. So
Yeah, the real fans are on the podcast.
Yeah.
The dedicated fans of podcast fans.
yeah, so let us know what you want to see. We are for the people.
Yeah, and I think with the main channel, you can be creative with your ideas. It's not just got to be like, we've done sports ones, we've done personality ones. It can be anything.
Yeah.
The
Literally
next one
anything.
coming out, it'll be in a week. No, it'll be in a couple weeks. We're doing like a baking one. That's a spoiler, but I feel like that doesn't really matter.
That's
if
not
that's a
a
spoiler.
spoiler.
That'll be
Teaser.
coming, I think maybe in 2 or 3 weeks that'll come out.
Baking
Because
without a recipe. Get
I don't
keen.
mean to brag about the Underdogs channel, but I think we have 3 or 4 videos already good to go, and then more in the works after that. So the every Saturday thing, it's going strong. I'm feeling good.
Imagine the Underdogs bragging about how many videos we've got to upload. And you look at the gaming channel and there's a tumbleweed across the new videos page.
Oh, I've been releasing them on the gaming
was a
But
channel
new
pretty
some
recently.
months we do just have like,
Yeah, January.
something gets lost and there's no videos uploaded. Then it'll be like 3 in 3 days.
January,
and-
but we're not in it for the money, guys.
No. Underdogs Gaming got to make that dosh so the other channels can live.
Yeah, true. That's like Mr. Beast try, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast Gaming
He made
was
his
such a
gaming and
cash
react
cow.
channel so he can not
Fund his
lose, because he
videos.
loses money on his actual channel
Yeah.
videos.
That's so
Which is
wild.
crazy considering how many views and money they must make that he still loses money. But I definitely believe it, because Holly was watching one of his videos yesterday and it was like he was literally just giving away money throughout the entire video. It was like
It's like
That's
that all the
all his
time.
videos.
no, but it was like, oh, dude, just chuck this ball between you. Every time you do it, you get like 10
Oh,
bucks.
yeah.
Okay, you guys, we'll just call pizza people. Whoever comes first, they get 10 grand. And it's just cutting between these. It's like, oh my God, every bit's like 20 seconds and it's 10 grand at least.
Yeah,
Sounds a bit
leave-
like Zach at his Smash tournament the other day.
Oh,
He was just handing out the dosh.
I'm trying. It's with a $10 instead of 10,000. But it's a good way of getting people to do stuff for your YouTube video without feeling bad.
Yeah.
Because like you feel awkward. You I'll talk about, I ran a tournament, Little Z's Big Smash Bash 3. If you haven't seen number 1 and 2, it's a more casual focused Smash Bros tournament. And a lot of my fans do go, so a lot of people want to be sort of on camera and doing the challenges and that. So we do little smash charades and that, and I'll give out $10 if we guess their move correctly and that sort of thing. But it's just like to mix up the video,
Yeah.
which sounds like what Mr. Beast is doing. There's like 100 different ideas. And which is true because if you're watching the same tournament bracket for the whole video,
Yeah.
it's going to be more boring than if someone's randomly like, "Whoa, drink this milk, this bottle of milk, and I'll give you $100." Then you're like, "Oh, this has woken me up. I'm
It's
still
like The
watching."
Price is Right.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Random giveaway or
That
whatever.
show is
Yeah.
flicking between
And I like
stuff.
watching stuff like that as long as like it's not completely stupid. Like some Mr. Beast copycats is just for no point whatsoever. It'll cut to
I haven't
some
actually
stupid
seen
thing.
much of that. Like different rip-off channels. Is there a lot?
Everyone
of-
does the money thing now. It's not really rip-off channels per se, but it's just money challenges are very,
Yeah,
very,
okay.
very in. And some of them are pretty stupid. I was
Makes
watching
sense.
a Sideman one and there was like a soccer challenge, which was a really good video. But at the end, it was just like, and the person who does this challenge best gets $100,000. And then the challenge didn't really work that well. And they're like, oh, I don't really know who won. And nobody really seemed to care. And I was like, don't think there was really £100,000
No.
on the
Oh,
line for
just
this
between
one.
them.
Yeah, between the members.
Surely they didn't
And I was
answer
like,
it,
I
yeah.
don't think that's real.
Wait a minute, guys. We should start doing that with underdog salaries. Our salary as much as each month is determined by the winner of videos, but we never actually abide by it.
Ooh.
We have a
Genius.
collective money pool and we say, wow, Coggy gets 10 grand.
That'd be pretty chill.
Should we go and record a gaming video? The winner gets $1 million, and then we just pretend the whole time. And we just
We don't have that.
sweat. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
That's the point.
We can just get a briefcase and pretend there's money in it and not show the camera. Or we can put it in post.
Oh, put it in post.
What is the most you guys have ever spent on a video? I feel like that's quite an interesting question.
Do you want me to
Not
start?
Yeah, go for it, Jackson.
I think I've probably spent about 200 of the most I've ever spent.
Okay. Well, I'll tell mine while you guys, if you want to
Here
think
comes
about it.
Tyrannosaurus Flex over here.
No, it's the Big Smash Bash tournament because
Hmm.
it's like a $1,500 venue fee, and then I don't charge people entry fee because I want more people to come, and Raycon sponsors those videos, so I
Beast.
just it's like sponsorship money,
Yeah.
and then
Mr. Beast style.
that's why I feel fine about like giving away money and also fine about putting the sponsor on it.
Have you spent a lot of money in a video?
I guess that would be the same as me as the ones where, like, if I lose, I'll donate, and that's because it's a sponsored video.
Yeah, sure.
And so I'll play on Elite Smash, and then every time I lose, I'll donate to a streamer or something.
Most you've donated?
Probably overall in a video would have been like $300 or $350 or something. Just
Still
like
pretty good.
$50 at a time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a big budget thing. Like, serious
Yeah.
answer. Probably the only thing is booking the venue for Smash Moves 3.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
yeah.
And
ask.
that wasn't even that expensive because we were only there for an hour and a half. So I think it was like
Greedy.
$150 or something.
Hey.
And that was just the venue. And like, you guys came for free. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. So I didn't have to pay any paid actors to pretend they're my friends.
Wait, what about that 100,000 that you said was on the line for the best Smash move performer?
I don't remember that part. Maybe I should go watch the video again and check that out. Maybe you should too, podcast viewers.
Oi.
Got him. I barely spent any money in the video and I'm still trying to make more of it.
Yeah, I think that's all I've spent money on though. It's just like, yeah, the donations or stuff like that. I've never had to hire out any venues or anything. Obviously, the money would have just been like buying cameras and stuff in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Is the expensive thing.
I spent like $80 going to see the Sonic movie.
Oh, true.
I've been trying to bring up this Sonic
Dude,
movie thing
You committed
couple
to that.
times, guys,
That
because
was good.
I watched the Sonic movie 2 twice, and I need to be validated somewhere that my time wasn't completely.
Isn't it? What were you saying?
misspent.
When does it come out in America?
It comes out April 8th in America, so any spoilers I say now, you could have seen the movie.
Wait,
so when
what's the
Sonic
date?
dies, you guys won't be surprised.
Wait.
7th today?
So
Yeah.
this
I think the
podcast
podcast
comes
will
out
come out
Yeah,
on
exactly.
the same day.
Wow. Sonic
But-
Sonic views at the cinema are going to be well down because everyone's going to be
yeah.
watching the
Everyone's listening
podcast.
to the
For sure.
podcast. No, so I watched that twice. Definitely not the worst movie challenge I've done. But it got me
Cats?
thinking of what movie I've watched the most in my life. And I
The Dark
think
Knight?
it's it's
it's
the
gotta be one as a
SpongeBob
kid.
SquarePants movie.
Oh.
The Dark Knight doesn't even come in close, even though I've probably seen that movie 6 times.
Why have you seen the SpongeBob movies?
I think I've seen the SpongeBob movie 14 times because I used to count it because I thought it was some cool fact.
Oh, and when you're a
When
kid.
I was a kid, yeah.
I've seen it a few times when I was a kid. I wasn't
The
thinking about
world's
those.
weirdest flex. That's going in the Tinder bio.
And it's not that high. Like, it's high, but it's not like freakishly
Wait,
high.
when did the SpongeBob movie even come out?
Early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, long.
Oh,
long
I was
time.
going to say
Mid
mid
2000s?
I was going
I
to
did
say
not know it was that.
07 was what my guess was.
I was probably like
Fact check it.
7, 8 when I watched it a whole bunch. And in fact, there's a final scene where SpongeBob obviously performs the Goofy Goober rock
Banger,
song.
banger.
Yeah, the
But there's
musical
also
number.
a whole speech he does before that. And I remember specifically rewinding and watching the last part so I could voice over the end of SpongeBob
Oh.
in time.
I could do that with the Inspector Gadget movie.
Yeah. Wait, mine's Inspector Gadget 2.
That's what mine was.
yeah, I had it on DVD.
Same. It was at
bro.
my grandma's house. There wasn't really much else to do. So I've seen that a lot.
I don't know,
Penny
Peter.
and Dr. Claw and the
Yeah,
time
yeah, yeah. I don't really
stops.
remember it. As a kid, I would be able to do the whole thing. Me and my sister would be able to do it because that's all we would watch.
See, my top 3 not favorite movies, but most seen is probably Inspector Gadget 2, SpongeBob, and Shrek 2. Had that on DVD as
Shrek 2 is
well.
epic.
SpongeBob
Yeah, that one
came out in
holds up.
2004, by the way. Fact check.
Hey,
so
I said
mid-
early mid 2000s.
You were right. Peter was right.
So I would have been 9.
Damn.
This turned into a weird gush between you two. Like
Yeah, Peter and I
me
were
and
just staring
Jordan
at
on
each
the
other.
sidelines, just like what the hell. I think I have seen Inspector Gadget 2, and I remember time stopping, but I don't remember any weird
You haven't
monologues.
watched one movie a lot?
Yeah, as a kid,
Probably
I
as a
watched
kid, right?
Pokemon 2000.
Yeah.
It's the Pokemon movie
Ooh.
with Lugia in it, and
Yeah.
it was one of the very first Pokemon movies. They went pretty hard. I remember about it not as much as you guys clearly. I think I was a lot younger.
I don't remember as much as he remembers about
but
Inspector Gadget.
there's a talking Slowking in it. And
Yeah.
I remember him like being super wise, and
Yeah.
that was like him spin straight facts about how to like save
Damn.
the day.
That's cool.
And Jesse and James have like a redemption arc in that one.
So that's more than I know about Inspector Gadget 2. I remember the Dr. Claw or something.
I used to have a crush on the girl Penny in
Was she a
Inspector Gadget
robot?
2.
Yeah.
If she's out there and listening to this,
She's out there, but she's definitely not listening.
She's not a robot.
She's in the movie.
No. That's the female Inspector Gadget. I'm talking about there's a girl that Inspector Gadget is his like partner in crime.
I thought that was the robot.
There's also a girl.
Well,
Guys,
you-
if there's
like- I
any
think she's
big
like-
Anyway.
Inspector Gadget 2 fans in the comments, let us know what your favorite Penny scene is.
Oh
Otherwise,
my
can we
God.
move on?
Kids are
please?
like that though, hey. Kids like though you finish the movie and then like the next day you're like, oh, this movie, yes,
yeah,
I love this
obsessive-
movie.
obsessive
It's
personality.
like a
with it.
comfort thing. It's like a blanket. It's just something that you're familiar with, and
You just like it,
watch.
so you just
Have you
watch
seen
it.
any movie a large amount of times, Jordan?
Not that I probably there's something as a kid I'm missing.
Was
I
it
think
Peter Pan?
Oh, I would watch Peter Pan a lot actually because every time we'd go to like my nan and pop's house, we would watch it.
Yeah, it's whoever's
Yeah.
good. What's it, Nan and Pops? 'Cause
Yeah,
there's not much
it was
else
like
to
the
do.
cartoon one, like
Yeah.
the really old one. We would watch Peter Pan a lot. That might be it, or it would be like a Star Wars. I used to fiend Star Wars. I'd
man.
watch it all the time.
See, interesting how you were talking about like a comfort thing, because Maddie's big on that, and she says she reckons she's seen Forrest Gump at least 40 times.
That's a long movie as well.
And I had never seen it before, so I watched it for the first time with her.
Good
Is she like
movie.
mouthing along all the words as you're watching?
Not really. I don't even think she remembers it that well because she she watches movies multiple times way more than I do. Like these
like-
days I like to
oh,
just
she's
watch
just a
things
movie
once,
fiend.
but she likes watching the same things because she likes that she knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, I heard this as well. Do you guys find when you're picking something to watch on like a streaming service when you're with your partner,
Yeah.
they always want to watch something they've already seen?
Holly loves that.
Yes.
I hate it.
Do
I
that.
hate it, dude. I'm like, I've seen this. I'm like, I don't want to. I know what happens.
But like she never wants to see like something I've watched before, and I'm like, oh, this is so good, and she's like, no, and then she goes and picks something she's already seen before, and I haven't.
same.
What's
Dude,
with
Holly
that?
always does that.
I'm sitting out of this one.
Do you not get this,
No,
Jackson?
no. I just get to choose.
Really?
I'm the
man.
film, I'm the
The
film
dream.
buff.
But yeah, no. Apparently, it's something to do with. I don't want to
careful.
put anyone on blast here,
Careful,
but
mate.
it's like something to do with like comfort. And if you're feeling a little bit anxious, this is something that will make you feel better
Yeah.
rather than something where you're like a bit unsure of what's going to happen. It's like if you like something, you know what's going to happen. It's just going to be like a chill watch. And guys, if you guys are all on this train with me, we're all just going to be like, fellas. When you're watching this movie, does your partner just go on their phone and do something else instead of actually watching it?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd rather just sit and watch the movie?
To be honest,
Yeah.
sometimes we just
Fellas!
Okay, let's not go too deep.
I just mean
roast
between
the
us.
women podcast.
No, it's not roasting.
No,
it's just
yeah.
a preference.
But yeah,
right?
Holly does like to watch movies she's watched before. But I'll be like, have you watched this before? And then she'll be like, yes. And I'll be like, can we just watch something somewhere that you haven't watched? And then
Same.
she'll be like, oh, this one. And then it's like already 17 minutes in on Netflix. I'm like, you've seen this.
What are you, the freaking police? Relax, dude.
No, but it's just like, I think it's fun if you're like on the journey together of like, oh, what's this? What's happening?
is the
Where I'm just sitting there and then she like knows it all. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Sometimes you gotta call them up on it. Like Peter said with the phone, I sometimes try to do that. If Maddie plays like games on her phone and then I'm like, you're not watching. And then she's like, no, I am. And then I'm like, oh yeah, what just happened? And she says it perfectly. And I'm like, fuck, girls can just multitask.
I can do that
Unbelievable.
well, but I don't like it. I reckon it's so bad if you're not watching something intensely now. I think you're missing so much of it. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
You watched a
Yeah.
pretty good movie recently, Zach.
The Sonic movie
2.
too.
No,
huh?
no.
No, wait. Just before we get to your point, I just want to quickly say that on the fully paying attention, I was in the movies watching Sonic 2, fully looking at it to try and get jokes and that for my video. And then on the second watch, there was so much stuff that I missed, even though I was paying the most
Wow.
attention.
That's why I don't mind rewatching stuff, because especially if I liked it the first time, which is obviously what you do when you're rewatching it, but you'll pick up all this stuff that you didn't pick up the first time.
That's cool.
I got that. I rewatched The Matrix recently, and the color grading on different scenes
Yeah.
is insane because
I've
like every
noticed-
time they're in the Matrix, it's very green lighting looking.
Yeah.
And it looks like a stylistic choice, but then when they're not in the Matrix, it's not like that.
I
so
did
it's,
notice that.
it's very cool.
I watched The Matrix for the first time, like, I don't know, a couple months ago or something. Pretty good.
Good.
What movie were you
Thanks.
talking
Jordan
about,
reviews.
Jordan? When you
Catch
said-
me if you can.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched Jordan's favorite movie recently, Catch Me If You Can.
I tried to get Sophie to watch that the other day, and
She
then we
didn't
ended up
watch
rewatching something she already
No,
said.
you gotta get her to watch it.
No, good review from me too, Peter.
It's a good
I said
movie.
it's Jordan's favorite movie, and it's got like Leonardo DiCaprio, and
She didn't even.
I was talking about have you guys seen the TV show Killing Eve?
No.
No.
It's a show where the person kind of gets into a relationship with the person they're trying to catch, which is a very similar vibe.
Ooh.
So I was like, well, it's like Killing Eve, babe. You loved Killing Eve. And it's like, nah, Looper again.
Have you seen The Tinder Swindler? Did we talk about this on
Okay.
the podcast?
Anyway, we should stay on topic.
Yeah.
Jordan
Yes.
just plugging stuff he likes.
The Tinder Swindler's
It's like
crazy.
Holly never watches them. She always rewatches her things.
you
Fellas,
guys will
please.
appreciate.
We should talk about maybe some other things that aren't
Yeah,
movies.
fair.
Maybe why is Sophie watching so many movies at the moment?
Oh, great.
Well
Segue.
done.
That's my brave
How
new
does he
attempt
do
at
it?
pronouncing segue. Anyway, wisdom teeth. So Sophie recently got her wisdom teeth out, 6 days ago, 5 days, about a week ago. And her face has been very, very puffy and painful, which is very annoying for her. And we were just saying in the car when we were getting lunch how me and Zach, we were chilling when we got our wisdom teeth out. We had like no reaction, so it
No wisdom, didn't hurt.
didn't take anything out.
I can't get anything out if we're stupid.
And yeah, and we were just talking about all the scary things to do with surgery. And it's just like the chances of them cutting a nerve and you not being able to use your face anymore.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
my only ever surgery. What about you fellas?
yeah, me too.
Oh, I had when I broke my arm surgery. I think my tooth surgery. Did I explain that when I like slipped?
No, please explain.
Have I not explained this?
I don't remember it.
I think I have.
briefly mentioned
I think
it?
I have. Like when I was a kid and I was putting away the Monopoly or something, and then I had,
Yeah,
I had
I
slippery
remember.
socks on, and then
The slippery socks.
Yeah, I slipped on the cabinet and then like smashed my tooth. Anyway, it like completely messed up. I had to get it taken out.
Did
or
you have a
something.
surgery where you got put to sleep?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was
yeah.
it just a local anesthetic?
that? And for my arm, I got put to sleep as well. Because I remember I woke up and I was like, "Oh, when are they going to do my arm?" And then my dad was like, "They've done it," and I was like, "Oh."
Anesthetic.
Oh,
General
he's got a
anesthetic.
robot arm. Oh, Winter Soldier. Whoa.
General anesthetic's super weird because like it's not like you're sleeping. You just kind of like go off and then you come back instantly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's hard to describe, but when you're asleep, you have a sense of time
You know,
passing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you wake up in the morning and it could be pitch dark and you probably have some idea of how much time has passed.
Yeah.
But with that, it's just instant and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like you're like 2 hours of your life just got deleted or something. It's so bizarre.
Teleported. I haven't done it since like year 4. I need to get my wisdom teeth out soon-ish, so I'll have a story eventually.
We'll
Good
make
luck.
sure that we're doing the weekly podcast when Jordan's got a fat face. No,
Yeah,
probably.
Have you like? Has she been using heaps of ice and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Apparently that's the strat.
She's wearing a permanent headdress, which is basically just a pillowcase with an ice pack
Yeah,
back
I
pack.
had that one.
And she's super good about doing everything you need to do for it, like, you know, doing the right stuff, taking care of it, doing the mouthwashes, doing the ice pack, and it's still just so like, you know, inflamed still.
Yeah.
And I was probably very lazy with mine.
Eating a
because I'm
cheeseburger straight
very,
away.
Yeah, I was just having noodles like 2 days later, no problem. And,
Were your
yeah.
teeth not super like in or something or?
No, I think I'm just epic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
That's
that
really
makes
cool,
sense.
actually.
I was
kinda
saying that I got barely any puffing up and swelling and didn't have to use like the intense pain medication. And then I just like felt fine after 2 days, but kept eating ice cream for a week just because it was a good excuse. And it's like, oh, better keep doing this. I bought the 24 pack of Yogo as well. So
Dude, have you got like baby food or anything?
Yeah, Maddie gave us some baby
Yeah.
food.
Not bad. I had some. Holly didn't even have any when she got her wisdom teeth out. I was like, well, someone's got to eat
No
it.
chewing, optimal.
It is. It's pretty easy.
It's a good
Squirt
gamer
it
snack.
out.
Did it come in a little pouch?
Yeah, and you just
Yeah.
squirt it and it goes straight in. It's good.
I'm surprised you've come back to real foods, to be honest. I thought you just fully convert to baby
It's
food.
like
I
you
would.
can't, once you go baby food, you can't,
Can't
come
go back.
back.
I definitely have like a shake for breakfast like every day.
Yeah,
It's so
shakes are
easy.
good. Need to get a
Dude,
blender.
getting a good blender that like easily makes shakes changes your life.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how epic house appliances are when you have your own house?
The boomer
Now that
cast
you-
is here.
Now that you guys
How
have
good
it.
is the
'cause
food processes,
We bought a
bruh?
new blender recently too, and I've quite literally never had shakes or smoothies, or not even from like the stores that sell them. I've just never been like
Into it.
that much of a guy.
Yeah.
And then no, that much of a smoothie guy.
Only real men drink smoothies.
Okay, and then now that we've got a blender, you can just toss anything in that. If the ingredients taste good, usually the blend will taste good.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do? Like
And
all
then-
sorts.
My favorite is almond chocolate milk with mixed frozen berries.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Chocolate
the
and
almond
berries.
choc milk saves it. It's delicious.
Interesting.
Damn.
I'm a big fan of trying to bulk up the amount of calories I'm getting with a
Me
shake
too.
because I have a really small appetite, but I need to eat more. So you can really just sneak in stuff and
Peanut
it's
butter,
very hard
man.
to. Yeah, peanut
Oats.
butter, oats, exactly. Peanut butter, oats, protein powder.
Yeah.
Chunk
And
of
then-
lard.
Yeah, big
That was
blob
my
of butter.
exact protein shake I used to have in the morning.
Yeah.
Oats, peanut butter, protein powder, and what's it called oat milk.
And then you put
We have
some
milk and banana. That's
You put
what I
some
had as
bananas,
well.
the other one.
You put some
That's
fruit.
exactly what I have now.
Yeah, fruit and honey as well, and then you're just
Yeah.
like set. And
Some
it's just
frozen berries.
calorie dense, pretty easy to drink, doesn't fill me up that much. Very good.
That's what I googled when I was trying to gain weight. I was like calorie dense, and like this shake is like 800 calories, and I'm like, yes. Now I don't need to eat much.
Do you feel sick after you have them?
Nah.
Oh, I do.
It's pretty chill.
We should all be trying to gain weight for the next Underdogs gym session.
Yeah, get
Hell
yoked.
yeah, more
Ooh.
power. I've been doing the gym. Well, I was doing it already when I did the video about lifting the weights at home. But I'm going to join a gym very soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to join?
Feel
Oh,
prepared.
I suppose you can say a chain, right?
Oh no, it's not a chain. It's going to be the local leisure center, so I can use the pool as well because I want to get
nice.
into swimming because it's very good for you.
Yeah,
and
I
your
feel like
back,
I'll get more
apparently.
into that after BAM. Can we wait for the next gym video?
Sure.
Nah, I'm getting a head start.
Jordan, you can't do worse.
True.
What does that mean?
Well, I
No,
d-
like I'm saying, no matter what, I think Jordan's going to improve for the next one.
Oh right,
It just
yeah, yeah.
sounded like a
Oh,
way worse.
I thought you meant
You
because I
only
never
know where
won
to go
any.
but up. You mean?
Yeah. No.
Ah, I see ya.
The amount
does-
of gains you can get at the start as well is pretty nuts.
Sure, it's
Isn't
pretty.
the first-
What's it? Not exponential. The opposite.
Yeah, it
What's that?
flattens off.
Parabolic
Exponential.
growth.
Parabolic.
No, it's the opposite of it's an inverse parabola.
Maths.
In the
Maths.
comments, let us know what kind of curve
Man,
we're
I
looking
haven't
at.
thought about maths since
The
high
opposite
school.
of exponential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a bit like that. But you still can if you change something up. But
Steroids.
yeah, if anyone wants to join my gym, let me know and we can go together because it'll be fun.
Oh, you're
Too
not that
far.
far from me now. Could be the big boys.
What else has been happening over the last? Look, I think now's time where we broke the the illusion that the last podcast was 1 week ago, right, guys?
Oh, yeah,
Last
it was a
podcast
while.
was 2 or 3 weeks ago, but because of the channel release, we're only starting to do weekly from today.
Yeah.
Well, so what else has been going on in those 3 weeks?
So I recorded a video. Pretty interesting. So everyone's probably looking forward to that. But
Director Cogger uploading.
Yeah.
Directing?
Whoa.
well, actually, no, because I did not like the video. So it's been deleted and I'm trying to redo it. 'cause
Wait,
I didn't.
did you just delete the footage?
Yeah, I just
Why?
deleted
Just
it.
keep it in case.
You can
No,
save it
'cause
in editing.
I didn't. Nah, I tried to. I just didn't like it. I don't think it was quite right. So
Can
I'm
you
going to try and do
reveal
it again.
much on what the
No, because I'm
going
going
to
to try and do it again.
Okay.
So I
what
think
was wrong with it? What didn't come out right?
I think it was my writing kind of made the story not flow as well as I'd hoped with the or what it was in my head. I've been watching a lot of comedy shows and noticing how many jokes they squeeze in. So then this time I just tried to write and squeeze a million jokes in and kind of forgot to do a story.
It's like 100 in
Oh,
a 20-minute episode.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's crazy.
It's like
Oh,
over,
wow.
like it's 1 to 200 in
Yeah.
a 20-minute episode.
yeah.
It's literally a joke every 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
That
It's
does make
literally
sense
insane.
if you think about the laugh tracks. They're constant.
Yeah.
I was reading about like pilots. The main reason that comedy pilots, you know what a pilot is? TV
Yeah,
pilot?
yeah.
It's the first episode of a
Planes.
show. So often that'll get shown and you need to have a joke every like 10 seconds, basically,
Whoa.
if you're going to want to be picked up. So I was like, I need to up that because mine are a bit slow. my videos.
The slow burn is even worse for YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no offense or anything. but
not
it's just
taken, I know that's a fact.
On a platform where you can click off at any given
You
second.
literally need to be there's a stat where it's like TikTok's the worst, but you have like 0.9 of a second to get someone's interest in TikTok.
Yeah, 'cause
What?
people would just be
Like-
scrolling, and then it's like, why would they want to
0.9
stop?
seconds. Oh, that's
And it's like that's the
disgusting.
average time that someone will move on if they're going to move on.
Yeah.
That's why I've kind of started doing the quick intros to just like get into the gameplay or the interesting thing as soon as possible. But it's like, even when I try to do a fast intro, Mr. Beast will be like, today we're doing the hottest versus coldest room. Here's $10,000 already. And it's like, oh, it's like, well,
Yeah, you're not
so
even wondering
fast.
what's going on. It's already started before you.
And then
thought
like
about
you
it.
watch anything on TV or like movies, obviously, they have 2 minutes of opening credits, opening titles.
It's so
And it's like,
different.
imagine trying to put that on YouTube. Someone's clicked off immediately.
Well, that's the problem because what I'm trying to do in life basically is write for TV. So my YouTube is kind of just like a portfolio, which is terrible for YouTube because
Yeah.
my goal is to write stuff that's a bit longer and like not literally like attention deficit content.
But I think the people that like it do really like it.
yeah,
and
it's
watch
got
the
a
whole thing.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so. Niche.
which is good.
What you got to do is lock people in a movie theater and make them
We have to watch this.
watch your videos so the slow burner works.
But like even if you watch a movie and it's like you don't even know what's going on the first like 10 minutes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas like you compare it to like a I don't know YouTube video, it's like it's over in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very different platform.
vibes, very different storytelling ways. YouTube,
Sure,
you're
yeah.
just trying to get it all like, bleh, like
Yeah,
just dump
literally.
it. Like you're literally, oh, that cool part happens later on. Let's put it at the start so they know. Like you do the
Something
intro. and
cool
then a
is
bit of-
coming, yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose movies do that sometimes when they do the 6 scene, they're like 3 weeks earlier.
Oh,
and you're
true.
like,
that's,
oh.
that's the cold open, right?
Yeah.
With TV as well.
Oh, they like to just throw a random scene in
Yeah,
there.
it's like put a funny scene with
Yeah.
no context
Oh.
at the start and then
Or like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The
Or The
Office and
Office,
how
yeah.
they all
Or
start.
just reality TV. Holly watches, have you seen Married at First Sight?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Coming up or
my
whatever?
God, they spoil the show. Like this, the show starts and they'll explain and then later at dinner, Brett says, "Meh, meh, meh, meh," and then they just show the entire show and they explain it, and then they'll show a bit of the show and then they'll be like, and then after the ad, this part, and they just keep saying the rest of the show that's going to happen.
so dumb.
It's like an essay.
It's so weird.
You know, you like, have to introduce it.
They have an abstract, like the scientific paper that summarizes the whole thing.
And they'll have this one bit in the show that they want to, like, one of the craziest parts was like, there was this girl who was Asian, and then she was like, do you not like me because I'm Asian? And then they leave it at that, and they show that throughout the entire show
God.
until it happens at the very end or something. It's like,
and is the context like completely irrelevant?
No,
yeah,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
She's like
yeah.
looking in the mirror and she's like, do you not like me? Or something.
It's just crazy. They just have it there constantly. I guess it works, right?
That
Like,
really it reminds me of how TikToks and Facebook videos are predatory and trying to get watch time.
Yeah.
Like it's a very similar vibe. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's these. Have you ever seen a Facebook video that just goes on for so long and it's just all a build up for nothing?
Oh, yeah. I
And
know what you mean.
They
now,
are,
yeah.
and it's like you won't believe what they find with their fishing or something.
Yeah.
You won't believe what they pull up, and it's them fighting this fish for 5 minutes, and they pull it up, and it's a fish.
And you're like,
And
"I
you're
could've
like,
seen that
yeah,
coming."
like it was a fish, and
I've never
like
seen
they
haven't seen those?
rely
No,
on
never.
just you watching it for the whole time, and it's all built up with no payoff because the likes don't matter, the comments don't matter, nothing matters but the watch time, and they
That's
get the
so
watch time
crazy.
by being shit.
By people just like having to watch because at a certain point it's so stupid. You're like, I've watched 2 minutes.
have to know.
I'm gonna say to the
Yes, that's the feeling.
I've
you
invested
get.
2 minutes of these guys talking about
It's
fishing.
such a false
Yeah.
And there was this one I was watching other YouTuber review those, and it was 3 minutes of two people it's a setup, it's not even a real video. It was like under a cover, two people jumping up in it and two people on a bed next to them being like, what's going on? What's going on under the covers on that bed? And they're just like, oh, I'm gonna wake up this girl next to me, and they're like, and it's this for 3 minutes.
So
and they
good.
pull the cover off, and the person's like pretending to do a Heimlich maneuver on someone, and that's like the whole bit's like, haha,
what
they
is
weren't
with
actually
those
having
videos?
sex.
And it's got like weird music or
Yeah, it's got
something.
weird
or-
music,
yeah.
and it's just
we
like
should make one and see if it works.
red circles being
Oh.
like, look here.
Yeah.
And then it's like some text, you won't know what happens.
Yeah.
And it's like another yellow circle over, and it's just like, kill me.
It reminds me of those like painful prank videos that used to be on YouTube where that thing would go for so long and then the prank at the end you were like, oh, all right.
And there would be no talking, there would be music
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time. Like,
It's like scary music
and the guy's
almost,
like,
or like,
And
yeah.
it's like, I saw one of those and it's like the guy and it's like people supposed to be washing their hair at the beach and then he's got shampoo and the person's like doing this.
No,
and then
that's actually hilarious.
he
though.
squirts. No, but it looks so, I don't know if it is fake, but it looks so fake. And it's like, because there's just music going and the guy's like at the camera and he's like, and the girl's like, what the and she's like swearing and stuff. It's like, who would do that? Like,
Oh, they're so unbelievable. They're so
Yeah.
dumb. They're so fake. But
So good.
it's just like the watch time fiends, and you can tell what the algorithm favors by what these are doing well,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though they have 0 subs. It's like the one I was talking to you about, it had 600 million views. This 3-minute video of these people doing nothing in this bed, which is like what? Like an order of magnitude more than my entire channel.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I want to die.
You guys ever seen Dar Man?
no.
Oh, are you serious?
I don't think so.
We got to discuss this on a segment. We'll do a bit of Dar Man
Dar Man.
research. I'll give you a quick overview. Sorry.
There's a new segment. I love
Wait,
it.
is this the guy who does like the videos?
It's like inspirational
Yeah.
sketches.
Oh, I have
that
that.
are
I
like,
haven't watched them, but yeah.
they're like really fake, like really bad acting.
Yeah.
And it will start like, you won't believe it. This poor kid.
Yeah, what is that?
He's playing PlayStation and he just doesn't know how to respect his mom. And his mom will be like working 3 jobs and trying to save up money to get him the new PlayStation. And he's like, oh, fuck you, mom. I'm going to go stay with dad.
And they
Great
learn
kids
their
voice.
lesson at the end of the day or
yeah,
something.
they always learn their lesson. Come on.
I think it's for kids.
I
Right?
don't know. Maddie loves them.
Dude, Holly loves it. That's how I know about it. Because like Holly would be, I would just hear it and I'd be like, what is
Why are we
that?
putting the
To be
girls on blast
honest,
today?
no,
It's-
to be honest, after watching them, I love them. You get hooked.
To be honest,
Like,
I haven't actually watched one, so maybe I would love it if
you
I
like-
watched it.
Oh, it's so bad. It's good. Like this one that I was talking about that I watched, and then this guy like is mean to his mom who's like saving up for a PlayStation for Christmas. Sorry to spoil this for any Dar Man fans. And then he like goes to stay with his dad, and then he finds out that his dad cheated on his mum. So he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have treated mum so bad." And then his mum like buys him the PlayStation, and he's like, "You know what?" He like returns the PlayStation and like gives the money to his mum because she's working so much, and it's like such a nice
Wow.
ending. But it's like
Wow.
maybe 17 minutes, and I just summarized it in 10 seconds.
17 seconds.
God,
Yeah.
that is pain. It's just the watch time
No,
things
it's
out there.
But you get hooked. I'm like, I mean,
Exactly.
I've
That's
seen those
exactly.
legit
They're
videos.
predatory. Dragon of Fisher's like, this is fucking sick, mate. I'm getting yanked out the water by my mouth because I've been hooked.
I think those videos are different though to like the trying to fish and then you get a fish.
yeah, like it's just bad acting and like the story.
What-
you kind
what
of
is hooked you
want to
in?
see what's happened.
Is it the time you've spent?
I'll have to get you guys to watch one and see.
Okay,
if you
maybe
like,
that can be.
review
We'll
it.
talk about that next week.
Because
Yeah.
what usually hooks me is Maddie's like 2 minutes in, and I will have heard it, and I've heard enough of the plot to be like, well, got to see what happens now.
I think it's like a mystery thing. Like, what appeals to you about a mystery genre of stuff? You want to find out what happens, right? But these things, the payoff is just so bad, it leaves you with such
Yeah.
a bad taste in your mouth after.
But that doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
they've already got the watch time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the setup without the payoff, but it doesn't matter.
True, because those are always on Facebook and the title would be like, you won't believe what his mum had to go through. And you're like, oh, what
And
did
then-
she
wonder what
have to go
happened.
through?
By far the best part of these videos is at the end, Darman always does a voiceover himself, who's like this like the guy that makes the videos.
yeah.
And he's not
Explaining their
actually
story.
acting in any of them, but he is like, I guess, producing them. And he'll do a voiceover at the end of them, and he'll say something like, "So as you can see, this like you must be nice to your parents because they might be like."
That's
Is
why
he
I thought it was
he
for
just
kids.
explains the whole plot and the reason why it's a good message at the end.
But I think that's good for kids.
Yeah, it's like as if you're an 8-year-old.
Is he the like omniscient narrator thing? He's like the god character who knows all. He's
Yeah,
like
I guess he is a little bit of a
He's a
god.
bit up himself, isn't he?
Because I hate when shows are just like mysterious about their plot or like the reason behind it. Like, okay, people love Spirited Away, right? What's it about?
Great movie.
What's it? What are they
I
on
think
about?
you have to kind of understand Japanese mythology and folklore to understand what all those characters are.
I just think it's a good story. Like she's
I watched it actually literally a week ago.
Yeah, it's
but-
really
Come on,
good.
Jordan, give us your bad take that's incoming.
No, it's just like it's like got morals and stuff in it. You can tell, but it's kind of woven weirdly through. And then you like finish it. I'm like, what?
What, would you rather than be like, be nice at the end of the movie?
I don't know.
Dumb man comes in. So as you can see, the little girl.
Maybe I would. Maybe that's what I'm missing out on.
Dude, every time you say Darman, I think of Darmanitan, the Pokemon, and I'm just like,
that's what I
bruh,
was
this is
picturing
so,
too.
it's
That's
like
so
say
random.
the whole name.
It's just like that monster, and then it's like eating all the food and then giving gold, and you're like, there's something here, isn't there?
But
Yeah, that's
someone
what
just had to
it's-
be kind to him to stop him from being
It's
bad
It's supposed
to
to
other
make
people.
you think.
So as you can
for me, I don't want a movie to tell me exactly what it is. It's like you can kind of make your own meaning.
You're allowed to not like it.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah, I think I'm
that's
a
like
bit
the
more,
point.
a bit more direct.
Yeah. So you know, like movies that are like, what do you think of
Jordan
Animal
would
Farm?
love Dumb Man.
What's
You gotta
Animal
get
Farm?
on it.
You know the book that's about all the farm animals, but it's actually about World War II.
No.
Which one?
Animal Farm.
That sounds interesting, though.
You haven't heard of this?
I've heard of it.
I've never
Oh.
heard
I
of
haven't
it.
read
it's
it.
a good read.
But
It's the
maybe that's
kind
why I
of-
like documentaries.
Yeah, I think you're a very literal person,
Yeah, I
Jordan.
think so.
You know, like the thinking versus feeling thing. You want a movie to make you think, not to feel. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you don't wanna
You
think.
can think about feelings. What? Anyways.
The only feeling you've ever thought is things you've thought about.
My favorite.
true.
Dude, this is not what I want. I want direct. What are you saying, Peter? This is mysterious.
My favorite part about our last two podcasts is we've ended on a really stupid and bad take in a Jordan line. I think one of them was like, oh, just like tell her she's bad at cooking, or like, yeah,
Oh,
just
the
use
onion
two
thing?
onions. And then the one before that was
was
like,
genius.
it's like, oh, I know you have a real point, Peter, but I think it's imaginary.
Oh yeah, and something about
Contradict
imaginary
yourself.
is real or something like
yeah,
that.
imaginary is real, and just use two onions. So we're waiting for one of them to just cut this podcast.
I
off,
definitely
guys.
understand what you're talking about with movie. Like you don't want it to be so
There's some that
airy
are
fairy.
so weird that you like watch it and then you're like, well, what did
Oh,
that
I-
mean? And then you Google it.
But you don't
and you're
have to
like,
take
oh.
you don't have to take a message away from a movie either.
But that's kind of why I watch stuff.
You want something to teach you something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm on board with. There are some movies that annoyed me by being really vague.
yeah.
Like that's why I didn't like American Psycho.
I haven't seen it. But
Don't
yeah.
spoil.
But yeah, the endings. I get what you're coming from. But I think maybe you would have enjoyed Spirited Away with a bit more context to
Yeah,
what the
that makes
characters
sense.
are.
Yeah.
I
Also,
could be very wrong though. I don't really know much about it, but that's kind of what I was imagining was happening.
I didn't completely understand. That's kind of what I liked about it almost. That it
Oh,
was like
really?
elusive.
Because have you seen? We're getting back into movies, aren't we? Princess Mononoke. Have you seen that?
Another Japanese one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
But I liked that one a lot because it seemed more direct.
Well,
Anyways.
what did they say in that? What was the moral of the story there?
Be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Be nice. The woods and stuff. Nature. Don't be too mean.
I'm of the opinion that every movie would be better if Dumb Man did a voiceover to summarize.
Me too.
Like-
you don't have to watch it, but if you
Give me a
can,
movie,
at
give me a
the end-
movie.
I cannot wait to watch Starman and see how close your impression is because it's spot on in my head, obviously. Give me a movie. Finding Nemo.
So as you can see, all it took was the father to look out for his son. Oh, I don't know. What's the moral
The
of
motto
Finding
is more
Nemo?
like because he lets his son go at the
Yeah,
end.
he has
Oh,
to give
yeah,
him his.
yeah.
Give him individuality.
Sometimes you need to let him go to see what he can do for himself. Ah.
That's good, yeah.
And how
Jordan's like,
how
this
was that-
movie's way better.
what's the moral of the podcast, Zach? How are you going to dumb man
Give us a
exit out
dumb
of this
man ending,
podcast?
please.
So as you can see, all the viewers must subscribe and view so that we can get some
Some sponsors.
These four poor Australians really do need their money from the podcast.
So Zach can buy another Tesla.
Thanks for watching, everyone.